Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel for another spectacular speed build with this holiday season. We are not building for an occult sim today, which is shocking to say the least. We are building something, personally what I would consider to be 1,000 times better. We are building a pumpkin patch and I'm literally so fucking excited. I'm obsessed with the idea of living on a pumpkin patch, owning a pumpkin patch. For those of you who do not know, my dream of all dreams is to retire and own my own Christmas tree farm. And like, if I'm just gonna have Christmas trees, why could I not also do pumpkins? What is stopping me? I don't know. When people ask me what makes me so delusional, it's the idea that I can live in Florida and have a sustainable Christmas tree farm. I want to have a sustainable one because I took an environmental science class and my teacher, who was a little wacky, who I just fucking loved and adored, she just inspired me and she's like, bitch, if you're gonna have a Christmas tree farm, how are you gonna make it sustainable? And I did an entire project on it, so I already have a business plan. No one can come for me on it. It's gonna be really embarrassing to watch me do the roof on this fucking house because I struggled a lot. I actually struggled with this entire house, and I actually cut out literally all the landscaping. I cut out the pumpkin patch of the pumpkin patch house that I made. This house is fucking huge. It has the main house, obviously, and then it has a barn that I did set up so there is laundry and a horse in the barn, because that's just, like, fun. Like, obviously, like, I'm not gonna, like, not have a little horsey on my little pumpkin farm. I went through debug meticulously. I did not realize there were that many fucking pumpkins in this game, but between paranormal stuff, spooky stuff, seasons, good God, cottage living, there are pumpkins out the wazoo in debug, okay? So don't worry, you've got big pumpkins, you've got little pumpkins, you've got pumpkins of every fucking color, shape, size, and orientation, okay? We are an ally to any and all pumpkins on this farm, okay? But I had a really good time building this. I actually built it privately. Like, when I say privately, I mean when I couldn't sleep at 4:30 in the morning. I was like, fuck it, let's build, da-da-da-da. And here this is. But I finished it on stream with you guys, and I had a fantastic time. It actually came out so cute, and I would love to visit a place like this and take some very Instagram-worthy photos with, like, some coordinated outfits with my puppies, because that would just make me feel like I've succeeded at life. And if you guys have been following me, you know I have not been feeling that way lately. Shout out to all my college girlies. Shout out to anyone looking for a fucking job right now. It sucks. It's not you. In this particular instance, and I'm a firm believer in being self-aware and really looking inward as to what you can control, what is the factor that's your problem, because you can't control everything, but you can control yourself. It ain't us. It's not our fault. I mean, for, like, maybe, like, one person who is eventually going to watch this, maybe it is your fault, but probably not. And honestly, I'm not here to judge you. If you came to my channel on this team, I'm on your team. I don't care if you're right or wrong. You know when you're watching those little fucking Subway Surfer, Temple Run bullshit with the stories on Reddit? Let me tell you. Let me fucking tell you. Am I the asshole? Not on this channel. You're right. Let me gas you up in the fucking comments right now and tell you a gazillion reasons as to why I don't think you're fucking wrong. That's what I said. And I know that that's probably not the best way to go about life, but this is the internet. This is not real life, so we do what we want. Next order of business, and I really want to try them on for you, but I am actually running so late to class right now. I'm doing this speed build so quick. I don't know why I'm talking so fucking fast, other than the fact that I don't know how to shut the fuck up, because talking faster isn't going to help me go any faster. The speed build is at the time it's at. This is just a big-ass fucking house that I wanted to put up for you guys, because, you know, spooky season, and I'm really proud of it, but what I'm not proud of is the fact that I have a fucking midterm, and I haven't studied for it at all, and it is today. And that's not even the major issue. The major fucking issue is the fact that I have to be in a full business professional suit and across town during rush hour traffic, and I also have to have this video up by 5 p.m. and it is currently 3:30, and the uploading process takes a long time. So basically, you know, I'm doing my best. Oh, and the class I'm going to, where I need to wear my suit, did not do the homework yet. Did not. So basically, I am not succeeding, but at least my fucking pumpkin patch dream house in The Sims 4 looks incredible, and I really wanted to use this little purple roof texture that you see, and I'm obsessed with it, even though that creative choice I made it really fucking hard to color coordinate literally anything else. But I just like the idea of like the plums and kind of different colors. Like I've already started planning for the next few months holiday season wise. And let me tell you, I'm so fucking excited for Christmas. But I really want to do like a pastel decor kind of vibe this year because I normally am very traditional, like reds and greens and white lights and colorful lights. But I want to do something a little different. And I didn't get to decorate last year because I had just moved into the townhouse I live in now and I was literally so poor. I was so fucking poor. I used to cry after I went to the grocery store. So, if you're there, it gets better, queen. And look for some resources because I am no stranger to trying to take advantage of the resources that are available to me, both through my university as well as in my community. So, you know, that and like reach out for help. I honestly try to be a supportive queen to everyone and anyone, but then sometimes I just go off on these little tangents, and I am self-aware, okay? Which means I have anxiety because I'm self-aware of the fact that I won't shut the fuck up, but I also have no ability to control myself when it comes to talking. But then I'll be like, and yeah, and then I did this, but by the way, take care of your mental health, queen. And you know what? I recognize that as a bit jarring for all of you to sit through, listen to, and watch, but you're here anyways, and I am glad you are here. Subscribe to my channel. Anyway, I got sidetracked. What a shock. But I really need some advice because I am not going out for fucking Halloween. You will not catch T. Simmer Tiana Rodriguez in a fucking bar, club, or at a party on Halloween. I will not do it. I think it's too busy. I think everyone gets a little too crazy. And that's just not my scene, okay? I intend on passing out candy and, you know, eating some snacks. I have a really good antipasta salad puff pastry thing that I'm making for snacks, and I'm inviting my girlfriends over, and we're gonna have the fucking best time of our lives, okay? Passing children candy, okay? But anyway, I do, however, work at a nightclub. You guys know this. I talk about it a lot. Yeah, I am just that annoying about it in real life as well, in case you're ever wondering. Shout out to my few friends I have for letting me constantly talk about my job. Even though most of my friends are also people I work with, so they also do the same thing. But anyway, we're having a Halloween party, and I work at a nightclub, so it's expected I dress up. Now, I am 22 years old, birthday, and I'm from a place where scantily clad Halloween costumes are not only the standard, but encouraged from everyone and anyone. And I also love feeling like a hot ass bitch, okay? And I obviously live by the whole Halloween is the one day of the year that a girl can dress like a total slut and no other girls can judge her for it. That is how I fucking live. Let me tell you, if your booty cheeks and your everything is hanging out and you're feeling like a slay ass bitch and you've got some fucking animal ears on, I support you. I support you. Now, with that being said, I stan my funny girl queens. Because, let me tell you, what I ordered from Amazon. I spent hundreds of dollars on Amazon because I simply could not pick. And the closer you get to Halloween, everything starts running out. It doesn't come in time. And I wanted to have a cool costume because I was really excited about this party at work. And all my regulars are excited to see what I come up with. And I'm like, okay, I'm just going to order a whole bunch of stuff. So, the current options are the Lorax, which I don't know if it's going to be practical because the full orange morph suit, first of all, they didn't have my size, so I had to order a different size, and it also has the fingertips, and I'm worried I won't be able to open anything, and I have nowhere to put my bar key, which is the thing that you use to open beer bottles and stuff, so I don't know how practical it is. Do I think it's funny? Absolutely. Absolutely I do. So, next costume option is also Alabama Worley. You may know her, that's what Cassie dressed up as in Euphoria, but she's also from a rom-com from the early 2000s. Very iconic, very hot, and I also ordered the little cow print skirt and turquoise belt, and it's even cuter because Peach has a cow costume and totally matches me, so even if I don't end up being her for work, when I pass out candy to kids in my neighborhood, I might still wear my little cow skirt in like a cute little blouse top, and I have some cow ears because I was a sexy cow a couple years ago. That's an entirely different story that we're not going to get into on the internet right now, but I thought it'd be cute if I literally matched my dog because that would make my heart melt. But anyway, so Alabama Worley. I also bought a really cute little short green cocktail dress. It's actually sitting on my desk, and these green little gloves that are fingerless, and a blonde wig. So so I can be Evelyn Hugo from the Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. And I think that's literally iconic, and I just know not everyone's gonna get it, but the girls who get it, and they're gonna think it's fucking iconic, and I love it. And I'm working on, in the area I'm working in, I'm not working with another bartender, so the bouncers who are in my zone are like, we could so be like your husbands, and I was like, I fucking am obsessed with that. My next choice is Willy Wonka. Now this is where it gets tricky, because the bouncers, again, are trying to dress up with me, because if I'm the Lorax, they're gonna be truffle trees. When I said I wanted to be Willy Wonka, and I mean like, good morning, Starshine, the earth says hello, like creepy Johnny Depp kind of vibes, that was a jarring little jump. I just saw that in my video. Like, goddamn, girl, what are you doing? I took a pause and then came back, and this is when I was on live doing it. So it's about to get messier. There we go. And they all looked at me, and they're like, we are not wearing leather. Boring! How fucking dare you not wear leather for my Halloween costume? Because I wanted them to be the Oompa Loompas. But I want it to be true to the movie. And I found the little leather jumpsuits on Amazon, and they're like, no, we're not fucking wearing those. Rude? I fucking think so. Anyway, so that's also a potential. My next one is Guy Fieri. Sexy Guy Fieri. I have a flame bodysuit thing with some little booty shorts with flames on the butt, and a wig and a mustache and some sleeve tattoos. And then if I do that, the bouncers are going to be food items for Flavortown. There's that. I ordered something else. What else did I order? Oh, I also ordered like a little basic bitch sexy costume. I can't even remember because I had so many options. So it hasn't come in yet. It's either the Dallas Cowboy cheerleader uniform, or it's like Buzz Lightyear or something. Like one of those where like all the baddies wear them. I don't know if I'm baddie enough to wear those, because here's where I'm struggling with like how sexy to be. Is I work here. I'm going to see the man who signs my checks and employs me. I don't know if I want everything out when doing that. And I asked him, I was like, what's the line? Like, do you have any photos from, like, what people have dressed in as years past? Because I'm the baby where I work. I'm the youngest girl who works there. And there's, like, a huge age gap between other people who work there. And he's like, yeah, like, don't come naked. Let me tell you something, sir. There are so many steps I can take that you would probably not agree with in terms of how appropriate they are, that are not naked, okay? And, like, you girls know what I'm talking about. Like, for God's sake, so, like, did you see it? Like, I just watched Alex Earl's TikTok of her rating her past Halloween costumes. Like, I don't know if that would be appropriate. Was she a fucking baddie? Hell yeah. If I was gonna dress up and look like that, would I feel like that bitch and never behave and never fucking say sorry and never... Literally, if I looked like a baddie like that, I would never say please or thank you. I would just be a fucking cunt all the time. Oh, I probably shouldn't have dropped that word. That's my apologies. This channel is not family friendly all the time. And when I first started YouTube, I was like, I'm gonna go for like something that's like not jarring. And then I realized I had to be true to myself. And if you meet me in real life, I will probably say an F-bomb. And I am working on that, but it is ingrained who I am. If you ever met my parents and my family and you like came over for family dinner, you would literally go, oh my god, this makes so much sense. So I can only apologize so much. If you are not, if you are a younger child and you are watching my video, maybe choose someone else. But subscribe first. Anyway, so I really need to know who I should be for Halloween. It would really be helpful to me. And also, I need to hurry up and get this freaking voiceover done. Oh, Lord. We still got 14 minutes. This is a long speed build I built. But again, I'm really happy with how it came out. We can actually talk about the build for like 35 seconds before I get distracted. And I have a story to tell you guys about what I did last night. And you're literally going to be like, bitch, you are ridiculous. And... seriously. But I was going for like very homey but like girly homey chic. This house reminds me a lot of my uncle's old house. My uncle trained racehorses until he recently passed a few months ago, and his whole house was very much like that. And the only thing that's different is like I decorated it as if I would want there, because I have been such a little slut for pink and like plum and maroon and purples and like light colors and just like the whimsical ass vibes. So I was kind of going for that. I don't know. I definitely had like a whole trilogy storyline in my brain when I was building this, because that's how I build things. I have to, like, know what the fuck is going on, or I just don't like them as much when I was initially building this. But I built this a few weeks ago, and it has been a tumultuous couple of weeks. I have been interviewing for jobs. I have another one! Ah! I have another job interview this upcoming Monday, and I also have one for Thursday. It gets better. I don't know how they're gonna go, but I am excited that I at least got the call. When it comes to job hunting, I feel like Meredith Grey when she's all like, so pick me, choose me, love me. And I'm like, please give me a job. Please. Because, you know, stuff is expensive, and I went to college to get a big girl job, but, like, realistically, all I want to do is play my little Sims and stream and talk to you guys and hang out with you guys. And I really want to try Pilates. I did get into spin recently, but I only do spin because it's free through my university. They offer, like, exercise classes. And once I graduate, I'm not going to have that anymore. So, like, maybe I just need to be a Pilates-ass bitch. And there's not a spin gym near me. I only live near a Pilates studio. I don't know if I can handle Pilates, but I think I'd like it. It's very rosy in this house. Now that I'm watching the build back, I actually understand what I was going for. It's a pretty big house. It's a 3-bedroom. And it could definitely be bigger. The office downstairs I almost made into another bedroom, but I didn't. It's a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom house, and then there's also the barn. So you could definitely do some Pretty Little Liars-ass vibes and make that into, like, a detached room for an in-law suite, or maybe if you're like me, and I personally, when I'm doing, like, my legacy challenges, whenever I know who my heir is, if they have younger siblings, or even older siblings, I still like to set their siblings up for, like, their own storyline. And the reason I do that is because I really am obsessed with having the most crazy, chaotic family tree and, like, having cousins. Do I ever interact with them? No. Honestly, once I have it in my mind which child is going to be my heir, I borderline, like, ignore the other children. And I know that's wrong, but I happen to know from my time on TikTok Live doing my short lifespan legacy challenge, both on TikTok and on YouTube, that, like, I am not the only fucking one who does that, okay? My TikTok Live Legacy Challenge, shout out to everyone who is here from my TikTok, then you guys know, like, for our particular generation, we purposely picked a boy because up until that point, the requirements to be an heir was you were a girl and you had to have ginger hair, because I am obsessed with gingers. There was this girl in my chat who, she's a ginger, her sister's a ginger, her mom's a ginger, and her sister had, like, 2 or 3 kids, her nieces and nephews that were all gingers, and I was like, literally, please rub your magic all over this chat so we can get a ginger. And bam, we had 3 ginger babies back to back to back. Or we had 1 ginger baby and then we had a set of twins. If we had triplets, I might have had to block them from the chat. I'll be like, get your voodoo magic away from me. I cannot handle having a freaking triplets, because once they're infants, they're actually traumatizing to have to deal with. Like, I come to play The Sims to, like, escape and feel, like, less stress. And then all of a sudden, bam, triplets happened. Infants happened. And I personally feel victimized by them. Honestly, when they're screaming and they're throwing up, and the amount of times you have to wash them, I literally cannot fucking handle that. It is 3:45. I'm so antsy about being on time to things, so I'm not freaking out, but I'm freaking out, man. I also still have homework to do, and I know I'm gonna get stuck in traffic, and I'm feeling like, ugh. That, and my mom hasn't called me back today. I am so bad when it comes to calling my mom. I call my mom at any hour of the day. Like, that woman does not fucking work. Like, she does not have a career, and my mom is an ICU nurse, and I'll just call her, like, and then if she doesn't answer, I'll be like, well, literally, what the fuck? Like, I'll act shocked. And then to make it worse, she'll, like, if she's not busy, and she's like, well, why are you calling me? I'm like, well, I have to go to the bank after Target, and I don't want to sit in my car for this. And keep in mind, those 2 places where I live are 2-3 minutes down the road. And I'm like, well, I don't want to not have someone to talk to while I do it. And she's like, you're fucking ridiculous. Mom! I'm 22 years old. God, talk to me on a phone. I know it's ridiculous, but I will not stop. I simply won't. Apologize if any of you wanted to see me actually do the landscaping, but I'm telling you, I cut out, like, probably 12 minutes of sped up footage of doing the landscaping, and it's on 5.5 times speed, so it ends up being almost an hour of fucking landscaping, and all my landscaping is very repetitive and very, like, meh. And I promise you wouldn't have wanted to miss it. But if you do prefer me leaving my landscaping in my videos, just let me know in the comments. Sometimes I leave part of it, sometimes I leave none of it. More often I leave none of it, simply because it's boring. And I'm not the most exciting person in the world, so I only have so much to talk about. That's why I really need to work on slowing down on how fast I fucking talk. Oh my god, there's the bee-box. I'm telling you guys, I've been a whore for wall sconces, bee-boxes, and, like, telescopes. Like, I must be fucking stopped. Like, I don't know anyone who has a telescope, a chess table, or a bee-box in their house, let alone someone who's actively, like, doing them, let alone multiple people who have them. So, like, I really need to, like, get a fucking grip when it comes to stuff like that. So, that's my bad. That's my bad. But at least my shirt I'm wearing matches the roof. Oh, those cute little, like, granny, grandpa freaking porch swings. I thought they were so cute. Or porch swing. Oh my god. Everyone's been asking me what I'd like to see from The Sims 4. Tweens and porch swings. That's what I want to see. Because in my opinion, if we can do hanging plants, we can definitely pull off porch swings, even if they weren't functional. But I feel like between the fact that we have rocking chairs and we have hanging plants, there's, like, no fucking reason we shouldn't be able to do that, but whatever. Oh my god, look at the little sign I did. The pumpkin patch in this build is so fucking cute. It fucking kills me. I'm obsessed. Anyway, so what did I do last night? Last night was one of my buddies' birthdays, and I wasn't going to make it out because I was supposed to go study, and I did go study. I went to the library for, like, 2 hours-ish. I don't know. I had a coffee. I fucked off. I definitely didn't study as, like, in tune as I could, but at a certain point I was like, I need a break because I'm clearly, like, not retaining any information, and that's a really great study tip for any of you who are in midterm season or in your final season. Like, sometimes a break is what you need more than anything else. So it was late and I was really tired. I was like, okay, I'll go meet them at this bar. So we go to the bar. We didn't get a drink or anything. Because we were really just there to be like, hey, like, we love you. It's your birthday. But they wanted to go to this place called Senior Frogs. There used to be a Senior Frogs where I live. I know that you, like, if you go to, like, the Bahamas, they have one there. Like, it's like a franchise, like, bar, club kind of thing. And we were hungry, and we weren't going to go, and they were like, no, there's food there, like, just come. We're like, okay, we'll go, we'll get the table. They had to stop by and, like, drop off a car, and then they were going to get in an Uber. It was a whole thing. So we get there. We get in line. It's a club. There is fog. There are lights. It's like, I mean, it's a fucking club, okay? Alright, this is a little weird. They're serving food, but, like, we trust it, whatever. Like, the Senior Frogs that used to be near my house did not have food, okay? So, whatever. We wait in line, we get pat down, and we pay cover, and we're given a wristband after they check our driver's license to get into this restaurant. It's still serving food. Okay, whatever. Like, nightclub. We sit down, we get this table. The table directly in front of us, I shit you not, was like a goddamn kindergarten class field trip. They had, I think, 4 or 5 kids from 2 to probably 10. It is 11:30 at night in the club. It's a club. At this point, the DJ's going, shot o'clock, who wants a free shot? Get up here. And there are girls with bottles pouring them in people's mouths. And it's, and then the cha-cha slide came on. And I was like, who in the world? Get their kids. Get your fucking kids. I don't know. And, like, it wasn't necessarily a judgmental thing, because I don't got kids. I don't know how that works. You do you, whatever. Like, I won't say there was nothing necessarily inappropriate going on. Like, it wasn't like there was, like, a strip bar or anything. So, like, whatever. But with that being said, I'm not going to tell you I didn't think it was not bizarre, because it was bizarre. It was a really bizarre experience in my personal opinion, and you don't have to agree. It's quite frankly totes fine if you don't agree, but I was so confused. And so, like, our friends get there, and they're like, yeah, like, blah, 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 like, we're gonna go get up, we're gonna go do a shot. And they did a shot, and they're, like, pouring them in their mouths, and we're like, you know what? We're gonna go home. But we walked back to the car in silence, and we get in, and it was like, that was not our vibe. And they were like, yeah, no. See, I personally am a bar girl. I'm not a club girl. Could not keep up with, like, as much as I love New York City, I probably couldn't keep up with the nightlife there for, like, my particular age group, what's typically seen, at least from what I know on, like, TikTok and the people I know who live there. Same with, like, Miami. Chicago. Like, I simply could not keep up with that particular lifestyle. And nothing proved it more than last night. I like fun little dive bars or like cocktail bars with tapas and snacks and pool and sometimes even karaoke, but I am not gonna fist bump on a table. Sometimes I look at Jersey Shore and I see how they used to party, and there is no freaking way I could ever. Like, when I say I could never fucking do that, I freaking mean it. There's no way. Like, if I go out once, I need 7 business days to recover. Like, we went out for my birthday, and I literally needed 4 days to recover before I, like, felt okay. And even now, I'm like, the idea of even having, like, a little glass of champagne, disgusting. And we really didn't even do anything crazy. That's just not for me, guys. The Sims is for me. That's what's for me. But we're coming to the end, and so we're just gonna jump into a live tour so you guys can see the entire house. So without further ado, So I actually built this house in the world of Glimmerbrook, which came with the Realm of Magic game pack. Full transparency, the lighting in this world is not my favorite, but this lot I think is absolutely gorgeous. I like that it's kind of in the hillside. And it's serving, because this is not like, you know, your regular farm. This is a pumpkin patch. This is where people come to take their girlfriends to take Instagram-worthy photos and put their babies in these big-ass pumpkins and their dogs in pumpkins, and I'm obsessed, okay? And I really like the way it turned out. There are pumpkins out the wazoo in this fucking build. Of course, we have the traditional pumpkin patch and these little pumpkin carving stations over here from the spooky stuff pack. And then there's like a little fire pit. I really like this little detail to make it actually feel like a real farmer's market kind of vibe. And as you can see, there's tons of places to sit. And just, I feel like everywhere you look on this lot, there's kind of something going on. Of course, we have our area for our little horse. I imagine the horse's name is Pumpkin. And then, of course, you have the little backyard. I love the way this pool kind of fit in this corner. And it's very luxury to me. I used to live in an area that was pretty big for horses, and there were a lot of like farmhouse kind of estate areas, and a lot of the houses were pretty similar to this. Or if you were like me and you lived in a teeny tiny bopper house, then your friends' houses look like this. But I just like the entryway. It's very much giving like Martha Stewart, Magnolia Farms bullshit fucking house, and I am obsessed with it. So you come in, you have this little entryway right here, wall sconces again, love those. Then we have a nice little dining room. It's kind of an informal dining room, and the kitchen's small, but this house is genuinely really large. I think it's a really playable house, and if you ended up like deleting it and making it your own style, you obviously don't have to have a fucking pumpkin patch. But this room right over here, this is what I meant. It could have been another office, but I really like the way it came out. I have like these kind of like built-ins, and I like that I ended up separating it off a little bit. Obviously, it's still very open concept, but doing a little bit more to distinguish each area, and I did that mostly because how empty this general vicinity felt. So now it's kind of broken up. There's a little sitting area. I'm obsessed with this living room. Just this whole sofa from Cottage Living is one of my favorite in the entire game. It comes with beautiful swatches, and it pairs so nice with the horse ranch stuff. Then we have a downstairs powder room. I love the tile in here. This is base game tile, if you'd believe it. And it glistens. It's just got a really nice finish to it, because The Sims was definitely in a flop era at some point, so it's surprising that happened pre-flop era and pre-glow-up era. Then, of course, you come upstairs. Tiny stair landing. I've been trying to make smaller stair landings because I honestly feel like I have a problem with making them just, like, too big. And then, of course, we have another bathroom pretty similar to the other one. Then we have a primary bedroom, very rosy, chic, and beautiful. I like the like hints of pink, but I obviously went for like a rose theme, and I just enjoy it. It's something different that I did. I was trying to branch out just a tad. Obviously another ensuite bathroom, just like the others. Then we have, this is definitely what I was considering a guest room, but you could obviously use this as a teen's room, or maybe, you know, this is the ensuite, or the grandparents, this is their kids' room, and then their grandchild's room. But it's very multi-generational in this house for sure, and I just love this nursery. It's very cluttered and kind of all over the place, and I don't have a problem with that, because if you've ever babysat a child or had a child, then you know that those Instagram-worthy nurseries are not realistic, at least not once you have the baby. But that is the entire house. I had a lot of fun building it, and I've had such a great time just doing some more fall-esque vibe houses. I cannot wait to do some more as we head into November for Thanksgiving. I really call it the rehearsal dinner for Christmas. You invite everyone you'd invite for Christmas, and then whoever's like not cutting it, you fucking toss them off the guest list. But I had a great time. If you enjoyed this video, do not forget to like this video. Comment down below just what you'd like to see. And also, what are you going to dress up as for Halloween? Tell me what I should dress up as for Halloween, because clearly I have a lot of options. And drink your water and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye, everyone.